Hey guys, what's going on? This is Ryan Small. Super excited to talk to you guys briefly about Cape Town, South Africa. I've been watching the news lately. I've been getting a lot of Google alerts. I've been reading the news, just been watching the feeds, and it's been a lot of crime that's been happening in the city. So I want to talk to you about that. If you're thinking about traveling there, many people are canceling their flights actually to Cape Town. Don't do that. And here's some reasons why, and here are some reasons that can save you while you're out there actually on your trip. So number one, is Cape Town safe? Yes, it is. Cape Town is just like any other city in the world. It has areas of crime that have high crime. Just like New York, Miami, LA, Paris, London, around every place around the world has its crime. But the first thing that you have to do is this. Number one, stop watching the news as much and getting these Google alerts. You just don't want to have that negative fear factor heading into a trip, period. You want to be cautious and aware of what's going on, but sometimes the Google alerts only show you the negative sides of the city. Number two, or let's say 1.5. If you are interested in knowing about what's going on with the crime, then look at the areas that the crimes are happening in. You can do that with a Google map or Google Earth. Look at the crime areas and see if you're going to be in those areas and make sure you stay away from those areas. Number two, if you are planning to live there for a long stint of time, apartments or anything like that, Airbnb, I advise you to stay in the tourist areas. Yes, it's a little bit more expensive. Yes, I don't want to be around a whole bunch of crazy people drinking and having a good time and laughing and loud music all the time. But when you do stay in tourist areas, that's the highest form of security. We stayed in the gardens. It was beautiful. It was great. Security was always around, and we didn't have to worry about anything. We didn't have any issues. If you are planning to get an apartment or Airbnb, get a condo. I would say get in a condo because you have the downstairs security that lets you in and out. They're very protected. If you're at a building that doesn't, I would think twice about that because of the fact that you do need that security to make sure that your house is protected and your property is protected, and that no one's following you, and you can always go back to this place for protection. Number three, make sure when you are out and about that you make your presence known. Not like yelling in the middle of the street, but if you go to a cafe every morning, speak to these people at the cafe. Let them know your name. Find out their name. You're going to the grocery store. You see the same cashier all the time. Hey, how are you doing? What's your name? Da, 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 da. Build a rapport with these individuals. If you're going to a bar, specifically bars and lounges and all of these things, make your presence known. Know who these people are. The city is large. It's a lot of people, but people communicate with each other, and sometimes that can protect you from being assaulted, robbed, or something stolen, or just you losing something. So make sure that you do that when you're out and about. Okay. Number four, when it comes down to the tours, make sure that you do your research with these tours. Some of these tours are not as protected as you think that they are. So just be cautious about that. Ask questions about the security pieces of it. What happens if something does happen? And again, that is one thing that you just need to know. If you don't want to do the tours, hire somebody local, for them to take you around, and make sure that they have a security plan as well to protect you. If you are out and about and you just like, you know what, I do my own thing, I get it in my own way, then hire security. Security does not cost that much. Hire somebody to come out with you. Make sure that they come out with you and protect you as well. Going out at night, going to on these trails by yourself, running along the beach at night in the early morning. Find somebody, hire somebody. It may be a little bit more cost. It may cost a little bit more, but I'd rather pay a little bit more and have a long life. All right. So those are a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you about. Also, one thing that I do have an issue with when I do see this happen majority of the time, stop dressing like a dummy. And I'm sorry, I hope that doesn't offend anybody, but do not look like a tourist. Do not wear the big hat. The camera right in front of your chest. Shorts, flip-flops, sunglasses. You look like that guy is a tourist. You don't want to look like that. You want to blend in. Try to blend in as much as you possibly can. I'm a Black American. My skin tone is pretty much the same as everybody else over there. However, I do dress a certain way. I do have a certain demeanor about myself, and they could probably say as well, like he's not an American, but whatever. He's not one of us, but. And I don't care if you're the whitest of white or the bluest of blue or the yellow of a yellow, whatever color you want to be, just try to blend in a little bit and don't look as much as a tourist. Your number one goal is to look like you live there. And that's one thing that I would advise you to do. Dress as you live there, not dress as you're coming to be a tourist, all right? So I hope these things protect you. Hope this information is valid for you. If you have any questions about certain places to live or stay, I'll be more than happy to answer those. My name is Ryan Small. Have a good time in Cape Town. Cape Town is a great place. You're going to truly enjoy it. I will see you hopefully. If you see me there, say hello. And again, I want you to have a blast. Shout out to all my travelers, my tourists, my digital nomads, and everybody who's just willing to travel. Love you. Bye.